Okay, troopers, haven't been on for a while, and I totally forgot to do video on this guy. It's the Avatar of War Orc Hero. He's pretty much done now, but it was my first attempt at doing an orc, and I'm pretty pleased with it. You'll have to excuse my hands. My turntable's broken, so I'm back to doing this. But I think he turned out alright, especially since it's my first attempt at green skin. I used the WAAAGH game colors. They're heavy green and a couple of the other greens. I forgot to write them down. I'll have to put that in the descriptions. But it turned out alright. I thought the skin came out okay. The cape came out okay. The armor came out alright. I didn't go real heavy with the rust. I kind of wanted to give it a rusty appearance, but I think sometimes it gets a little overdone. I think they're just too busy being orcs to keep it up totally, but they need to have something on there. So there's a little rust on the breastplate and on the leg protections and whatnot. I had to cut off the dwarf head that was under his foot that came with the model, because I didn't like the sculpt on it. I thought it was a little too soft. So what I did is I substituted it with a Warhammer head, and I took the braided mustache here and sliced it real thin underneath it. Just kept doing it until I could move it, and then I just repositioned them. And I was going to sculpt the beard falling down, but my sculpting skills aren't that great, so I decided not to do that. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I did sculpt on a mohawk. So I didn't do him in any bright colors or anything like that, because I didn't want him to detract from the figure. He's secondary. So then that's a cork base he's standing on, and I had to sculpt the neck area, basically because there wasn't any. So this whole area in here has been resculpted and then painted up. I actually painted in the spinal bones here. And I thought, just wanted to add a little bit to it. So and then it's a cork base with just a couple of things of static grass on it to break it up a little bit. I did the armor with the sponge technique. I took burnt umber and hit it along the armor, and then the helmet and the side armor here real carefully. Of course, I had to touch it up a little bit, and then he's got a dwarf head. A elf head and a human head hanging off his back. So I had to paint them up. Oops. He's a little top heavy. I think that's just from the sculpting, but I'm not pleased with my blooding technique. Adding blood. I'll have to check War Boss Tay again. I got to get some of that cleared Tamiya red and see what I can do with that. But that's the game's color, red gore. It's almost a wash. It's kind of a clear red in itself. And it turned out alright for what I wanted. Again, I didn't want it to be the center point of the model, so, but that's him. So I'm pretty pleased with how he came out. The only real complaint I had with the figure are these horns here. And focus, okay. These horns here for the groin armor. These come separate, so you have to clean them up. They're real tiny, and there's not a lot of gluing surface and they're too small to pin, or at least I didn't have a drill bit small enough to do any pinning with them. But so they're just super glued on there, and they've already broken off a couple of times. So I'm a little disappointed with that. The rest of it, there's no way you could put this thing together without pinning, because of the way the arm comes off here. So I had to pin it there, and then the hand is separate, and it sits on top of the arm up there. So I had to pin that. There's just, there was no way with it being like that it was going to stay. So, but so that's the Orc Hero. Let me know what you think. He's going to be going up on eBay. The next one I'm going to be doing is one of the figures I picked up at Gen Con. It's the Infinity Knights of Santiago. So I'll be putting him together, and I'll have a video up on him before I get him completely painted. But it looks, I couldn't resist that pose. I kind of like that pose with the weapon out front and the sword on the back. So here's the parts to him. Now it's a slotted base, and I'm not using that base, so I had to cut the slot off. That's why you won't see the slot on there right now. I did do a little bit of cleanup on them so far, but there's some mold lines in there I got to refute. I'm going to be using the secret weapon base, and it's their flagstone ones. I'm not sure whether I'm going to have him like he's running and jumping off of this, or if he's going to be running alongside of that. I make up my mind on that one. But this is kind of a finicky model. It's not too bad. There's some cleanup to do it, like that pour stub there at the bottom of his foot. There's some flash, real little bit of flash, mostly along the bottom of the cape. The main torso and right leg is pretty clean. There's just a little bit of mold lines to clean up. The weapon's real clean. The end of the barrels aren't drilled out, but they're recessed. So if you don't want to drill them out, you don't have to. I'm probably going to just add a little more depth. Again, it's just primarily mold lines that need to be removed from that. Excuse me. This is the head, if it'll focus in there. And come on, get in there. Get in there. But it's a little tiny thing. Won't need to pin that one, and I won't be able to paint it separately because of the way the arm goes on. There's actually there isn't anymore. I guess I took it off. So I thought there was. Maybe I took it off. All right. So we might be able to do that separate, but I don't think I will be. This is the part that's going to be the hardest to clean up, and that's his antenna array, or whatever it is that's alongside his helmet, right in the back there. Those 4 little stubby things that are sticking off the back of his shoulders or whatever. Come on, camera, and stay in focus. Okay, yeah, these 4 little stubber things there. Those are separate, and they're pretty much surrounded by flash, and they're going to be a little finicky to. Where's the other one? There they are. They're going to be a little finicky to clean up. Come on. Focus. There we go. You can see that's all flash around it, and that's the ends that got to go onto the figure. So we'll see how that shows up. But I'll have them all put together. There's going to be a little bit of filling. I've been test fitting. There might be a little bit of liquid green stuff going on in that, and I'll have them all put together, and we'll do a quick video on them before I start to paint them. That's all I got right now. Like it if you like, subscribe if you want to, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.